Hello out there, Ranger Visionaries. My name is GoldPhoenixRanger, and I am your head administrator. Introduce
And
yourself.
I am Fallen Angel, your owner.
No, I'm pretty sure you're Kurama.
One of them.
Close enough.
Let's that
They know who
point.
the fuck you are. Anyway,
Yeah.
uh, this is. I should probably elaborate here. Effectively, a while back, I had informed both the public and the staff that the last staff meeting, which was held in the month of November, was going to be publicly posted in podcast form for everyone to listen to. Unfortunately, we ran into the issue of that staff meeting effectively being outdated within a week of it being recorded. So by the time I got it edited and ready to put up, what was written there was no longer accurate, and I didn't want to confuse anyone, so I did end up not putting that up. Instead, what we're doing is Kurama and I are here to effectively, I'm going to call this the state of the board address, and we're
Never
going and we're effectively
had
going
it.
to go through a list of topics regarding the board and situations that are going on. And I believe I'd like to propose live on the air here, Kramer, that we do this regularly, maybe once a month.
Yeah,
I
I,
think.
I was actually thinking that. And instead of calling it a state of the board, because that's stupid,
Well,
this
fuck
is
you too.
as the document I sent you says, it's a roundtable discussion.
All right, fine.
Even
But get it? Is it really a round table of two people? That I think a round table constitutes minimum three.
oh well, who cares?
Evidently not
Three
you.
is a
Moving
fine
on.
choice.
We sound so professional running this board now. Okay. Anyway, so effectively, Karam and I are going to go through a series of topics pertaining to the board and different aspects of it, and effectively fill you, the members, as well as the staff who are hearing this, in on where we stand on a variety of issues relating to Ranger Vision, its present, its future, etc., etc. If you have any questions regarding anything you hear in the video, please post them in the thread in which we post this. Let us know. You could send a private message to either of us. We'll be more than happy to let you know. Um, if you
Or in the
are
comments
not,
on YouTube.
what's that, Grandma?
Or in the comments on the YouTube channel.
Yes, comments on the YouTube channel, or if on social media, send us a tweet at RangerVision. Like us on Facebook, you can post there. We're always paying attention to that too. Talk to us. We're here. So, with that, some topics at hand. The first topic to address here. I know some of the staff had known about this, and some of the public may have caught wind, but obviously, V Bulletin just recently released their 5.0 incarnation of their programming. And right now, we're currently running on V Bulletin 4.2. We were considering the option of upgrading to 5.0 around the premiere of Super Mega Force. However, after conferring with our server host, URLJ, and a number of other sources, while we have purchased the 5.0 license, we are choosing not to upgrade at this time because we're being told by generally all sources that the software, as of right now, is generally unstable and incredibly slow due to the large amount of CSS coding involved. So rather than hinder the board in such a way that we can't properly function at the premiere of an anniversary big season like this, we decided we'd rather postpone the upgrade to 5.0 until the software has been better tested or brought back to beta or whatever they have to do to make it work, because there's a lot of problems with it right now.
Yes. With the purchase of VB5, we also gained access to V Bulletin 4.2 Suite Edition. So hopefully it's going to give us, if we do get it upgraded to the Suite Edition, it'll give us a lot more room to work with to better the board. I do believe, I haven't actually looked into it too much, but it gives us the blog system that we wanted. It'll give us that main page to work with, um, and it'll improve the board overall.
Oh, good. I didn't hear that. That's excellent. Yeah. The primary thing we are hoping to launch with this is a new Ranger Vision blog. What we're hoping to do is use this to highlight content on our board, not only from our media masters, whom we're going to discuss a little later, but also for regular members. Highlight your RPGs that go up to promote them for members, highlight your fan fictions that you write, highlight your graphic arts that you create, and to bring everything that you make to the public, so people will come. They'll check out your material, they'll interact with you, and can help expand this community and media hub that we're working on developing.
Yeah, definitely.
So more details on that to come when we get the suite upgrade installed. The next topic on the list, we did want to discuss our VIP memberships. As a number of members have pointed out to us, our VIP system kind of sucks right now. specifically in that VIPs are not getting all that much for their money. And so Kurama and I did want to address this, and that there will be some retooling of the VIP system and some better rewards involved for members who buy the higher levels, and there more differentiation between them to make it more worthwhile. One of the options we're looking into is a private VIP forum that's only accessible to VIP members. That's an option we're thinking about. What else have we got, Kurama? You were doing more of this than I
Um,
was.
yeah. Well, the VIP forum, it is a very possible idea. We have looked into it multiple times, but every time we have looked into it, we've decided that there just isn't enough of a member base and enough VIP members to sustain a forum separately just for VIP. Um, while it will be continuously looked into every couple of months, whether or not we have enough of a base to do so. So it'll just be an ongoing thing until we believe that we have enough of a base of members and VIP members to warrant having that special forum set aside. We're also looking into another number of things. The shirts, of course, that were promised ages ago. Specifically, before I forget, for Purple Millennium Ranger, who actually won the contest for the design of the shirts, because that never eventuated. Um, Around where I am, there's not that many companies that do anything cheap. It's very expensive down here in Australia, and also to ship it over there would be a massive cost as well.
Yeah,
So
it would likely be a lot more affordable for Kurama to purchase shirts from an organization, but have them initially shipped to one of us, either myself or possibly Common Rider Decade or another one of our Elf Council members who live in the United States, and who could then ship them out from there for those people who are in the U.S. in order to save on shipping costs.
yeah, and it'd definitely be better if I could find a cheap company within the US who'd be able to do exactly what we want.
Well, I believe Kurama, initially Bad Influence, formerly Leon Oro, had mentioned a particular site that he had seen used in other
Yeah.
organizations similar to ours to put T-shirts. I don't know if he ever spoke to you about that. I had recommended he do so.
He has. I haven't actually gotten back to him, and that was a while ago. But we will look into that and see what sort of costs we'd be looking at to do that.
Okay.
So there will be a number of other things that are in the works that I don't want to reveal just yet. Um, but there are things coming for VIP.
Can I put in a clip of the It's Coming Zeo serial here?
If you're really
It's coming. I remember that. Anyway, moving along. The next thing to discuss is, for those who might not have noticed the announcement in our announcement section, I know that I like to keep updated. We have some new staff members joining us. First of all, we have formerly Ima Decker, who we, much to our own shock, discovered was actually Gerbil, formerly Gerbil the Sinner, a member with some, I guess infamy would be the best term in the history of both Vision and even more so Ranger Talk previously. He is signed on to be one of our discussion moderators and general news hounds to try to keep some of the discussion threads running, keep some of the information up to date, and generally work those areas. So far, it's been working out well, so we do appreciate that. We also have a Red Ranger 123 who is joining us as fan fiction section moderator, and who will be attempting to better promote our fan fiction presence and bring more authors to the board. And finally, we have Thunder, who has been brought on as a contest moderator to work under Redbuster in promoting and getting future contests off the ground and running. So we'd like to welcome all three of them to their new positions. And if you have any questions, feel free to talk to them. They're there to help. They're more than willing to do what they got to do. And we welcome them to our friendly staff family, as it were.
yeah.
Also, I should mention, Common Rider Chalice, who was formerly, in addition to being our technical staff member to help deal with back-end V Bulletin and server situations, is also now officially assigned as moderator of our graphic arts forum, Trent Sketchpad. So anything related to art and things of that nature can be addressed to him.
Yes. Just don't ask him to do any pixel art for you.
Yes, he does not take he does not take any pixel art requests at this time. So while he is willing to answer questions regarding this section and help with issues, he does not take requests.
Yes, just a forewarning.
Yes. As a further forewarning, we as board owner and administrator will not be responsible for the actions of Commodore Chalice if you choose to ignore this warning.
Yes.
Moving along. Yes, Kurama? Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
I said moving on.
Yes, moving on. The next thing to mention, of course, is our Media Masters. We love having them on board. For those who didn't know, we recently got a new Media Master, Angel Grove Radio, a new podcast, sort of podcast that's actually recorded over Google Hangouts, in which the group there talk about episodes of Power Rangers in chronological order, one episode at a time, reviewing each one as they go. It's very entertaining. I highly recommend checking it out. They do a lot of great discussion of both Power Rangers news and the episodes. We like to welcome them on board. And we'd also like to, of course, give a shout-out to our existing Media Masters. Of course, the original Morphin Legacy, his podcast, The Grid, always available in his section there, as well as on his site, morphinlegacy.com. Right. And the ever-popular, our ever-good friend, Database Ranger, and his power reviews can, of course, always be found in his forum. Feel free to throw up some questions for his Ask DB segments that are now returning after a hiatus. He'll be happy to answer your questions in 1 minute or less, guaranteed.
Yep.
So,
and especially with Morphin Legacy, just so everyone is aware, when they actually do go looking for the episodes on the sites, they don't actually get posted in a new thread every time. There is actually a one thread where he'll update it every so often with their new episodes.
Yes, he edits the existing post in that thread rather than making new posts or threads, so do check that thread out. There will be updates within the post itself. It just won't necessarily show from the main page. So that is in there. So do check out our Media Masters. We're always happy to have them. If you have any ideas for other Media Masters we could get on board, if you know anybody, have contacts with any popular Ranger podcast, video series, anything of that nature, let us know. We'll be more than happy to contact them and get them on board. We're always looking to expand our media. As a media hub, we're looking to expand, of course, our media presence, get more of the Ranger media in one location where fans can come and see it all at once. So if you have any suggestions for Media Masters, we are always more than happy to hear that out. Feel free to shoot Kurama or I a private message.
Most definitely.
Indeed. The next thing is we are looking into further marketing of the board and the community. Yeah. Some things include the aforementioned T-shirts that were promised to VIP. There will also be T-shirts available for general purchase if we can work this out for members at large to purchase if you like. In addition to other merchandising that we're considering right now. We are hoping that come this August, for the second event in a row, Kurama will be attending Power Morphicon in Pasadena, California. So hopefully some of our merchandise will be available at that time if you can find him there. You should be able to get a hold of some of that. More details on that to come as we get closer to Morphicon.
Yeah, definitely. We'll be looking heavily into the shirts. I will, I think, eventually have to spend a fair chunk on that, just to get the name out there. To take, say, 30 shirts or whatever, and just to hand them out to random people. Here, wear these around Morphicon for me.
Yeah, if you want to get something cheap to hand out, actually, I'd recommend going to Vistaprint and buy yourself a couple of hundred business cards for $20-50.
Yeah.
Start handing those out to people. You can put our logo on and be like Kurama, be like, Brendan Raftery, Kurama board owner or some shit like that.
Yeah.
And then send me some.
What are you going to do? Hand them out while you're in the library? Just stick them inside of books?
Yeah, exactly. We'll just put them everywhere. We'll blanket. Anyway. So that's the marketing we're looking at. If you have suggestions for merchandise you think that we could be selling, or if you have ideas for places that we could acquire customizable merchandise, please do let us know. Next on our list, we are also looking into, in relation to our, of course, our Spandex Cast podcast show, We're all looking into the potentiality of getting interviews with some cast members from the show, hopefully to expand that. Most prominently, we are looking into Jason David Frank, of course, being the actor who played Tommy. I don't need to tell you that. We do have hopefully a contact with him, and we are working out details to potentially get him on for an interview. More details on that to come if and when we get that off the ground.
Yeah, it'll be really interesting. Because I know No Thanks Spandex does a lot of interviews with the Rangers, and they're really good. So I definitely want to try and live up to
Oh yeah,
that.
I'd like to get them on board as a media master. Hey Lisa J, if you're listening, shoot us an email, therangervision@gmail.com, or send us a PM on the board.
Yes. Um, I lost my train of thought.
No, good job. You derailed the Super Train Megazord. Nicely done.
All right, we'll move on then.
We'll find it again when Tokusha premieres.
Yes.
Anyway, so as was earlier mentioned, again, Kurama will be attending Power Morphicon. If you can find him, you might get yourself some sweet merch. So check that out.
Yeah.
And again, we will have a presence there. We will hopefully, I don't know, what else are you planning on doing at Morphicon?
At MorphCon, I will be there all 3 days this year. I will be attending most panels because I know there's obviously going to be one on in panel room A and one on in panel room B, but I'll probably be going to the better of the two.
Right. Between now and then, will you be purchasing a decent video camera to actually get footage of these?
I have a video camera, so hopefully I'll be getting footage. If anyone wants to meet up, of course, come and find me. Ultimate Mikey will be there as well. He got the gold pass, while I got the platinum because I'm awesome. So I will.
No, because you actually have money, unlike most people in this fandom.
Because I will be going to that 50 platinum member meet and greet. I believe it is on the Friday morning. I cannot be sure because they did put it up on the site, but it has been removed, so they may be moving it around a little bit.
We will find out.
So yeah, if anyone wants to meet up, once again, I'll be walking around, I'm sure.
Yes. Look for the tall guy with the RangerVision shirt, the glasses, and the Daniel Bryan beard. So moving along, next up on our list, we are looking into in observing the homepage of our board currently. There is a lot of forums on there, and I know some members, both new and old, have trouble finding things sometimes. So one thing we would like to do is condense down the number of forums on our main page to make it a little easier to find what's there. This would include effectively taking, for example, the discussion forums and making them sub-forums under one main forum heading on the main page. Same thing with some of our Terra Venture forums as well. The Media Masters will remain on the main page and will remain easy to find. So if there do seem to be some structure changes to the board, that's the reason for it. If you have suggestions for ways we can organize the board, again, let us know. We're open to ideas. We're just trying to make it a little more organized, a little neater, and a little less of a clusterfuck on the main page.
Yeah, and we don't really want to make it look like Ranger board, even though it eventually will, because there's just not enough posts to keep that many forums on the main page.
Fair enough. Yes, if we get more members and if the posting count goes up in these forums, then that will justify having them on the main page, and we will spread them back out again.
Yeah, it's a pain in the ass, of course, for members, but it's just what we have to do because there's just no other going around it. Because if we don't have the members posting, then the forums don't look active, and we don't look like a forum.
Pretty much. So there's that. Next topic on our list is our outlook into the future for the board. I guess right now, with the board as it stands, we're going to attempt to use the anniversary season of Super Megaforce here to kind of jumpstart us. hopefully, get the content running on the board. Again, the media content we want to get going, the fan fictions, RPGs, graphic arts, our media masters, get all that really going, and hopefully build more of a community here at Ranger Vision where people feel at home, where they can come to discuss Power Rangers and other topics, and effectively a place where they want to be. Into
Yeah.
the future, in the event that this doesn't work out, there are some potential ulterior plans for where we could take the community in the future. Did you want to discuss some of these, Kurama?
Yeah. Well, the first one that comes straight to mind, we primarily aren't about discussion on the board. We are primarily fan fictions, art, RPGs, that sort of stuff, the media. Um, and that would end up what we'd be focusing on, and leave the discussion to board and crew. That would probably be the first port of call. Another one that has been suggested is turning the site into a Ranger style RPG site where the board is pretty much one big massive RPG. There'd be a couple of sections where this RPG would take place, and then there'd be another section where those characters from that big RPG would go into their own worlds and have their own games and such. That's just the basis of it. I have talked a lot with the person who has suggested this to me, and we are looking at it very heavily. Just going through discussing what we could do, how we'd go about it, and such.
Yes. So, we'll see where that goes from there. If you have suggestions for ways to improve the board, take it into the future, potentially change the format, anything like that, just to keep the community running, please do let us know. We're, again, always open to suggestions on this kind of thing. Other things that we are doing going into the future here, of course, RangerVision Productions has kind of been stalled for quite some time now after the spectacular failure of our last VisionCast livecast. So, as anybody who has happened to be on Justin TV that night is aware. So, of course, as you may have noticed in our announcement, Spandex Cast is taking over as the permanent podcast of the board, and they will be handling most of our live-related audio content and visual to some extent or another. And so things upcoming on Spandex Cast include, most prominently, in addition to their regular episodes, the live TPIY finale winning announcements. We're shooting for this Saturday, February 8th. That may not come to pass. More details to be announced if there's a change. But we'd like to get at least one representative from each team of the TPIY remaining 3 entrants to announce the scores for both the final episode and the finale overall scores from the judges for the seasons, to announce the winner of this season 2 of the contest. If you'd like to join us, the RangerVision IRC chat will be available that night. You can listen in with the cast and communicate in the chat as we do this. It will be broadcast live in some manner or another, in addition to being available in a recorded version later on if you'd like to hear it later. So that announcement will hopefully be coming Saturday, possibly a little later depending on scheduling. Again, more details to be announced if there are changes. Also stay tuned for, of course, regular Spandex Cast episodes that are upcoming. They're going to have some great discussions of Super Megaforce coming up, Took Hoosier, everything of that nature. They do it very well. If you'd like to be a guest on Spandex Cast, feel free to send a private message to Raging Phoenix and or Red Buster of the Alpha Council. They'll be happy to work out a scheduling with you to have you on the show. And in addition to Spandex Cast, there may be some other RV Productions items popping up here and again. There's a few things in the works. We'll see what gets through the barrier here and makes its way up.
Yeah, most definitely. Especially after the flop we had with the Rise, there are things being worked on in the background, and hopefully they come to fruition.
Indeed, yes. And so, for the reference, all Vision Cast is effectively discontinued, and everything that's done will be through Spandex Cast in some manner or another. So hopefully we can have more of a focus on any live streaming that we do, and it won't sort of be the kind of number one, the technological issues, and number two, the general failure of discussion that occurred on some of those episodes. So we do apologize for the unprofessionalism on that. We are working to improve ourselves. Again, if you're a techie person or if you do a lot of this, shoot us a PM, give us suggestions, let us know what you think, leave us a message, whatever you want to do.
Yep, that's definitely.
Um,
I'll move on to the next one.
Feel free.
Um, the this is a big endeavor. Mainly because it would be worldwide technically. A Power Rangers TCG tournament.
That will be
Um,
trading card game for those of you not in the acronym business.
yes. As everyone knows, I believe Series 5 of the TCG is being released very soon. Ranger Crew has gotten some of the prints, some of the prints for the new cards. They're not, of course, finalized or anything. They're um, just something to show everybody what's coming with this next set. Um, what we are planning is a $5 entry tournament. The $5 from everyone would go towards any prizes that we were to have for the tournament. Um, Depending, of course, on how many entries we get into the tournament, depends on how many prizes we have. So we could end up with the top 8 getting some prizes, or the top 16 getting some prizes, depending on how many people we get into this tournament. So this will be posted across all 3 boards, and probably Henshin Justice as well, to get a bit of activity into this tournament. Um, the main problem we see at the moment is how we're actually going to go about having this tournament. Um, the main the main thing we'd have to use is Skype, um, to make sure it's fair and that um, the tournament is done correctly.
Google Hangouts is also an option for that.
Yeah, and Google Hangouts, of course. Um, I wouldn't say that we need to be there for every game. It would be nice to have a judge, um, pres, pres, look after each match, just to make sure that all the rules are followed and the game's fair. Um, we wouldn't we wouldn't like to do that. We shouldn't have to, because we trust that the Power Rangers fans are, of course, old enough to do it themselves. And of course, we'd look into any complaints, and we just have the match over again to
Indeed.
make certain. Um, so yeah, it'd be a big endeavor for us, and I think it'd bring a lot of it should bring a lot of people to RangerVision if we can pull this off and get it done correctly. So we are definitely looking into the back end of it and how we're going to go about it. Because I know not everyone has Skype and not everyone probably wants to use Google Hangout, but they're probably the 2 biggest and probably only possibilities to make sure we can get this done.
Agreed. It should also be mentioned that for those that want to participate, you do not have to necessarily own a Gosei Morpher. If you have some dice, they can substitute for the Morpher in the card game. You only need to have cards. For more details, you can go check out the information regarding the card game over on, I think it's on
Uh,
Megaforce Cast, is it not?
yeah, megaforcecast.com. Fury Diamond has put up the entire list of every card from series 1 to 4, I believe. And they've started adding series 5. I'm not too sure. I haven't had a close look at it, but there will be more information on that, on the TCG tournament, either on the board itself or in next month's roundtable discussion.
Yes, and also via social media. So do keep an eye
Yeah,
on our
that,
follow. Make sure you follow us on Twitter and you like us on Facebook. And since I have it in my hand.
And moving on to the next topic.
Moving along to the next topic, the next thing we want to discuss here, and sticking with the tournament theme, is you may recall we've done our ultimate tournaments. You may recall we did our ultimate Ranger tournament and our ultimate Megazord tournament. We do have another one planned. The next is going to be the ultimate Villains tournament. This will begin with 32 selected villains by myself and Redbuster. This includes both main villains and generals for the most part. I don't think there's any monsters of the week in there. Although I don't remember who else made it in there. I can't remember if Thrax made it. I don't know. But anyway, generally it will run the same as the previous one. There will be weekly voting, 2 votes running per week, and that will change over every week until we end up with a winner at the end of that tournament. So don't forget to vote. Announcements of who is in the running each week for voting will be announced by Redbuster or myself coming up when we're ready to launch that.
That should also be up within hopefully the next 2 weeks, if not month.
Yeah, hopefully. We effectively have it planned out already. It's just a matter of organizing the thread itself and putting it up. So we are certainly very close to having that ready to go. Next up on the list, we are trying to enhance our media presence. Did you want to talk about that, Kurama?
Yeah. Essentially Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Let me have a quick look at the board. DeviantArt, surprisingly. Tumblr. Of course on YouTube with any videos we do. So we're really trying to boost. Like, we've got 145 likes as of right now on Facebook. And we don't have that many people on board. So while trying to also boost our media presence, we also want to use that media presence to get people on board, which currently isn't happening.
Yes. Like I said, we are, like I said, follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook. Check out we have a DeviantArt page hosting some art from our members. If you are a graphic artist and you'd like to get your art out there, we'll be happy to host it on our DeviantArt and on our board. Let us know. We do have a Tumblr out there. Has a lot of great images and artwork and things on it. If you'd like to follow us on Tumblr, feel free. It's RangerVision. We're on there. Redbuster's running our Tumblr. And some of our other social media, just do check all that out. And remember that you can link your RangerVision account directly to your Facebook page via the handy button at the top. Did V-Bolton fix that, or is that still broken, actually?
Which one was that?
The Facebook link up on the board. Members can click that link to tie their Facebook account to their RangerVision so that they could effectively hit like things on the board directly to their Facebook threads and things. I'm not sure. I know mine still works, but I'm not sure if new connections can be made, because I know Facebook changed their coding at one point and broke the button, and I'm not sure they ever fixed it. Because I know I had to take the button off at one point because it wasn't working because the coding was broken, and I don't think it got fixed. So we'll look into that. And we'll get back to you. We'll let you know.
Yeah, well, it appears on mine, but whether it works or not's another question.
Right, so we'll find out. And then finally, the last thing we'd like to bring up here is, of course, the 20th anniversary is, of course, imminent here. We're already in the middle of it. As a member of the Power Force, I'm, of course, heavily invested in the 20th anniversary. For those that want to know, I have, for this year, renewed my membership in the Power Force with Saban Brands. So I will be...
Contract.
What's that?
Did you re-sign your contract?
Of course. I have... re-agreed to be in the Power Force for another year, so we'll be bringing... You can stay tuned to the RangerVision Twitter and Facebook for more cool, up-to-date information on things that are going on, promos, postings, videos, things like that.
Are you aware if anyone dropped out of the Power Force this year?
I do not know any information about anyone, whether anyone else has renewed or not renewed. I don't really know. But
you have to look into...
You have to speak to the other Power Force members as to whether they are or not still in the Power Force. I'm really not sure. I just will confirm that I am, and that I will still any information that they provide that I am able to share, I will share as quickly as possible on the Twitter and the Facebook as well as on the board. So
it'll be good once they find the Power Force over here.
Yeah, so
that'll
hopefully,
never happen. But
yeah, I haven't heard any more details on those international power forces, but we'll see how Saban plans that out. With the 20th anniversary, we are looking to use this in a way that we can really enhance this. Again, we still have we're still doing the 20th anniversary extravaganza, as not quite as extravagant as it was when we started, but we do still have the monthly discussion threads that are for each season as we go month to month. So that's still available. Do check those
we
out.
are currently on Time Force.
Yes, currently Time
Yay.
Force. Feel free to discuss it. That is available in the Morphing
Uh,
Grid. We have decided we have discontinued the changing of forum names to match the season of the month, only because it was confusing some members who were trying to find areas they wanted to be in. So we have discontinued that. So there will no longer be any of that happening. If you have suggestions for how else we can enhance the season, do let us know. I did want to keep continuing to reset the default skins to match the season of the month, but I'm out of banners. I don't have banners to match the seasons we're in right now. So if you have any cool RangerVision banners that you made or would like to make, feel free to send them to me for seasons that you have. Right now, again, we're on Time Force. I don't have one for Lost Galaxy, Lightspeed, Time Force, Wild Force, and Ninja Storm, the upcoming seasons. I do have a Dino Thunder skin, but anything before that we could use a banner for. So if you have cool RangerVision banners, want to get your art on the board, feel free to post it in the graphic arts section or send it directly via PM to myself or Kurama. We'll be more than happy to look at it and make a skin out of it. If you have other suggestions for things we can do to enhance our 20th anniversary extravaganza, in addition to obviously the contests and things that we're running, and of course the anniversary TPIY, do let us know.
Yep.
Anything to add?
I don't believe so. Not for the 20th anniversary.
Mm-hmm.
Can't wait until the last episode of Super Mega Force.
It's gonna be awesome.
I do hope at Paramorphicon they can get us a special look at it, because that would be the best.
Oh yeah, knowing Saban, they'll probably have some kind of a big Legend War trailer that plays there. I'm sure they did it. They did it last year. They showed it first at Comic Con and then again at Morphicon when it went in public.
Yeah. And more than likely, the new team will show up at Morphicon. So,
New team, it's the same team.
oh, the new team, like next year.
I don't know about that. It's possible. They did. Megaforce did premiere on the last Morphicon, so it is entirely plausible. If they're that
Yeah.
far ahead, then yes, we shall see. The Go Busters team, or whatever they're going to be calling that, may premiere.
Yes.
And we will continue following that. That is about everything to mention. I do want to mention, if you're interested, under my alter ego known as James Phoenix, on another website that I've run that I do reviews on, I've done a review of the Power Rangers Legacy DVD set. That video can be found embedded in the Legacy DVD thread, most recent post or something close to. So do check that out if you're interested in some details on that Legacy set, how it looks, how it functions, some of the menus, things like that. That is certainly fully available. Also, if you stay tuned to my show, there's going to be upcoming in the month of March, there will be the Power Rangers 20th Anniversary Awards, featuring both myself, Kurama, Kamen Rider Decade, and a couple of our regular members, Chris the Mole, one of our staff advisors and friends, and also Bella Cullen of RangerVision. So do stay tuned for that. I will make sure to post those on RangerVision also for you to check out. They'll probably be in the main Morphing Grid forum.
The viewing globe and in RangerVision Productions.
Yes.
Yeah.
So do check all that out. So is there anything else that you'd like to mention here, Kurama? We're about at the end of our topics list.
I believe that is the end. I don't think I missed anything when writing this list up. If you think there is anything we should discuss, let us know in the comments below or in the thread on the board. We would love to discuss other things.
Yeah, so please do, like I said, feel free to comment on this video, comment on social media, send us a private message on the board, and email therangervision@gmail.com, whatever you need to do. We'll be happy to add topics to discuss for next month's roundtable. I hope that if let us know if you like the idea of these roundtables with Kurama and myself coming to you guys, let us know what we're thinking of, what's going on with the board, what the future is, and how we're planning this out. Because we think it's very important for the membership to be involved in the decisions and the future of the community. in such a way that they feel that it's somewhere that they want to be and have had an influence on, and that's important to them. So do let us know how you feel on that.
Yeah, unlike others.
No.
No, it's all good.
It's all good. So until next time, I am GoldPhoenixRanger.
And I am Kurama.
And this has been the first of hopefully many monthly RangerVision Roundtable discussions. And until next time, may the power protect you.